We're going to click start recording. We're going to welcome the YouTube audience back. CLG FC episode 239. We've got Sutton Reserves, the team that just climbed out of the drop next. So another stern test with the bottom. I say stern test because it's always against bottom half sides. You know, the sides that are in relegation are always the worst to play against. It's like, you know what I mean? I never look forward to playing a team in the bottom half because I'm always like, man, I know FM could just let them fuck you up, essentially, for lack of a better term for it. You know what I mean? Like, but that is what we got next. Right. Everything going good here. Union beat Toronto. That's good. And then I think that's it for the social feed. Yeah. We're going to be doing MLS at some point in the FM23 save as well. I'm looking forward to that, actually. So I've not caught up on the Discord yet, so I've not seen where it has gone. I guess I should start getting scared. I ran a crazy tactic, Lou. I ran a 3-4-3 diamond wide Gangan press, and it won us the third division by a point. And so now Ducky's got it in the second division. So, and he's had a phenomenal start to the season in the second division. So if Raz gets us promoted, and Ducky I get us promoted, or because we both won promotion, and then Ducky gets us promoted, then you better stay in the top flight. That's all I'm saying, because otherwise it'll be crucifixion. Almondbury Wolfpack hosting Squires Gate. Brazier in the 11th minute for Almondbury Wolfpack put them ahead, but then Swales in the 25th and again in the 57th turned the result around for Squires Gate. They win 2-1. Squires Gate moves 4 points clear of the drop. Almondbury Wolfpack remains in 11th. That actually lifts Squires Gate as well to 12th. Cross Hills hosting in Central. Thompson in the 18th minute. Collins in the 66th. Cross Hills run out 2-0 winners. And they remain 2 points back of Mossley for the final playoff spot. North Walkton hosting Ramsbottom United. That is a big result for us, gang. Look at that result. Ramsbottom United in fourth place through Arthur's 74th minute goal. Pick up all 3 points. North Walkden will slip 8 points back of us. And now the title race is basically between us and Bradley. And we have to play Bradley in the penultimate game of the season. So halfway through October, guess what our bank balance is? Minus £350,000. So I'm just less than half the wage budget paid. Oh, so you're being tight with the wage budget as well. That's good. Yeah. I think in the end I used like £8,500 out of 19,000 for the wage budget that was available. We were like way under. It was awesome. Let's go to weekly staff meeting. That's fine. Remind me in 1 month, please. That's fine. And the rest is fluff. But yeah, I'm going to guess minus 350,000. Okay, I'll let Lou be the first to discover it on hand come season end. My lips are sealed. Don't do that to me. Oh, man. I was so happy when we played the Porto game because we got the club out of that. I was like, yeah. And then the tax bill. And then the tax bill. Frank's out 2 days. Okay. Let's do Leagues in Focus. We didn't do it last time. We do want to do it this time. Let's do Leagues in Focus, shall we? I forgot you guys are doing a hot potato thing. Yeah, it's kind of fun, actually. It's really fun. So, for those that have never been here before, we always keep an eye on the top 6 divisions in England, or the top 6 tiers in England, and then we also keep an eye on MLS and a division above us, a team, or at least a league in the level above us. So we'll start with the Prem. Arsenal are leading the Prem by 8 points. They have secured a minimum of the Conference League because they have won the Carabao Cup. They are leading over Chelsea. Bournemouth are 3rd. City are 4th. Spurs 5th. Villa 6th. Newcastle are 7th. Man United are down in 12th. Liverpool are in 16th. Burnley are 7 points above the drop over Brentford and Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield United are 10 adrift in 20th. In the Sky Bet Championship, West Ham lead the league by 3 points over Bristol City, who lead the playoff places by 3 points, which include Hull, Nottingham Forest, Fulham, and Cardiff. Swansea are 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Middlesbrough are 2 points above the drop over QPR. Portsmouth are 7 adrift in 23rd. Blackburn Rovers are 20 adrift in 24th. Sky Bet League 1. Derby lead the league by 12 points over Plymouth. Plymouth themselves 2 points above the playoff places, which include Stoke, Reading, Leyton Orient, and Charlton. Bolton are a point on the outside looking in. I tried sorting one of these 3 years ago and it died at the third person, had to save, and after all the planning with it, I just gave up trying to make it work ever again. That's fair. I get that. On my Exeter Uni save, I'm doing the skin I have is 5 leagues and focus pages. Wow. 5 pages, like at the top? Is that what you're saying? 5 of those? That's pretty crazy, actually. I'd like that. I love keeping an eye on other leagues. At the bottom of Sky Bet League 1, Crawley, a point above the drop over Lincoln and Colchester. South Shields are 5 adrift in 23rd. South End 8 adrift in 24th. Yes, that's awesome. I'd love that. Sky Bet League 2, Scunthorpe's return to the Football League going well. They lead the league by a point over Woking, who are above the third promotion spot by a point, which includes Cambridge, who themselves are above the playoff places by 1 point, which includes the Bristol Rovers, Walsall, Bradford, and Preston. Wigan and Port Vale are 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, York are 2 points above the drop over Notts County. Yeovil are 14 adrift at the foot of the Football League. Vanarama National, Ziggurats, Macclesfield still lead the league, but they've had a pretty awful run of form. They haven't won. They've got 2 wins in their last 7, and that means they're only leading the league by a point over Sutton United, Solihull Moors, Worthing, Forest Green Rovers, Shrewsbury, and Harrogate. Hereford are a point on the outside looking in. At the bottom, Maidenhead are 5 above the drop over Gateshead and Northampton. Gillingham are 8 adrift in 23rd. Dorking 15 adrift in 24th. Right, switch from WoW to FM so I can chat a bit easier. Nice, man. You say that as I'm like probably about to go eat dinner in like 20 minutes, so right. Vanarama National, AFC, I'm sorry, Vanarama North. AFC Filed lead the league on goal difference over Ultra Cham, Fleetwood, Morecambe, Pexhill, Chester, and Marine. Accrington are 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, it is Southport who are a point above the drop over Rugby Town and Real Bedford. Darlington are 2 adrift in 23rd. Apley Bridge 15 adrift in 24th. Vanarama South, AFC Sudbury top of the league by 2 points. Be about right, yeah. Over Cray, Margate, Mersham, Bath City, CK Andover, and Berkhamsted. Harrow are 2 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom, it is, is that Southall? Yeah, Southall Athletic and Oxford City, who are a point above the drop. Lewes are above the drop. over Farnborough on goal difference. Dover are 5 points adrift in 22nd. St. Albans City, 8 points adrift in 23rd. Billericay are 19 adrift in or at the bottom of the Vanarama South. Finally, the league above us, right, is which is level 9. Broughton Amateurs are leading the league, 101 points, by the way. They lead the league by 3 points over Rochdalians. Barlick Wanderers are third. Then it's Hattersley and Addingham to round out the playoff places. Old Stretfordians are currently 6 points on the outside looking in. At the bottom of that league, Sandbach United are 5 points above the drop over Prestwich Hayes. Lairds are 9 points adrift in 22nd. Then it's Highgrove, who are 13 points adrift in 23rd. And then Withenshaw are currently 16 adrift in 24th. Lastly, MLS. They have kicked off. Cincy has got 6 points in 3 games, so no perfect records in the East 3 games in. It is Cincy, Miami, New England, New York Red Bulls, then the Union, Atlanta, Charlotte, the Montreal Impact, and then DC United to round out the playoff places. In the East, in the West, still nobody's got a perfect record either. 3 games in. Vancouver are top, and then it's San Jose Earthquakes, Austin FC, Seattle Sounders, Portland Timbers, FC Dallas, Minnesota United, Houston Dynamo, and the Scum, who are in the playoff places. The worst team in the league currently is tied between Orlando City and Real Salt Lake. That's Leagues in Focus. We've got Sutton Reserves in what is about to be 3 days. So there is that. I might have a little bit more caffeine when I go out and eat dinner because, boy, am I exhausted. Right, Bradley hosting Bickerstaff. Lewis in the first minute before he scored his brace in the 15th, put Bradley 2-0 up. Samora got one back before the half with a 44th minute goal. And Mason shut the door on Bickerstaff with a 74th minute third goal for Bradley, and they run out 3-1 winners, which means that's in the First Division Cup. So Bradley has made the final of the First Division Cup. They will be playing FC Isle of Man, who beat All Town by a score of 5-0. Wardrope in the third, then Brown in the 8th, Wardrope again in the 10th, Stevens again in the 11th. So 4 goals in 4 minutes for them basically, and then Wardrope again in the 38th minute. And that means that FC Isle of Man 5-0 winners over All Town. So Bradley versus FC Isle of Man will be the Cup final. So heading to Beach tomorrow, so hopefully have a good cool down before getting hot and bothered with the network save. Nice. Heading out to a party right now. Have a good stream. Thank you very much, Party Boy. I'm going to give you a shout out while you do that, because he's a brand new, very fun Football Manager streamer doing his first ever FM save with Brest in France. Give him a follow. He also plays Rematch. Fun streamer. Here he is down here playing Football Manager 2024. This is the looping header again, isn't it? Yep. It always picks that clip. I don't know why. But it's without fail. So. Unless you live close to a beach, Lou. I thought Lou lived close to a beach. Yes, like a 20-minute drive tops to the beach. Ah, oh God. Right. 10-minute drive through the city. It's a stony beach, but still a beach. Am I talking to Zig all over again? I think the Blue Jays are winning. Oh, never mind. Yeah, they won. They didn't win. They won. So, right. Here's our recommended player. Again, nobody over. Although AFC Dunstable potentially having a cracking player is kind of weird. Who's he wanted by? He's wanted by 11 clubs. Nobody big. Okay. He's also over 20. He's also over 25, so that's a not interested. But right, we move on. Is it match day already? Did I? No. In Central's playing Almondbury Wolfpack. We got 2 days to go. About to be one. How about you try having a 10-minute walk to the beach? It's so close I can't even bother to go there. Stupid world we live in. If I were to go to the beach, by the way, it would be a 2.5 hour drive minimum. Minimum. Right. Allison's 42nd minute goal. Matthews' goal in stoppage time at the end of the second half. Enough to give Ince Central the 2-0 victory over Almondbury Wolfpack. Ince are up to 7th, actually. Almondbury Wolfpack will remain in 11th off the back of that. So, yay. 1-0 lead against Porto B. Nice. It's literally so stupid. Really? I mean, I don't know. I can't commentate or comment on it. So, our beaches are nice, but it's just like, I don't know. I'm not a beach guy. I don't like getting the sand all over my shoes. And all over my clothes and everything else. All over the car. Sutton reserves are evens. Why? We're 12-5. Draw is 13-5. We're on 70 points. The league record is 80. We're also on 22 wins. The league record is 24. Pre-match press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question from Craig Scott at 442.com. I can see it outside my window, and I somehow don't want to go. I mean, I get that. I'm not big on the beach either, to be fair. So, when are the ads coming? 13 minutes. Okay. Uh, I think they're in with a chance. Um, I don't know where that stories came from. Uh, oh, Martin Agar was sacked by Almondbury Wolfpack. Uh, yeah, I would say that. Just give him some support. Right. Almost there. You don't have a 5-year-old? I love the beach. I would go there to relax more often, but you can't do that with a 5-year-old. Kids ruin everything, man. That's why I don't have any. No kids, never married. That's the way to be. That's the way to be. Well, maybe not never married part, but definitely the no kids part. Under 18s fixture clash. Available players. Charlie Pervert not selected. Parks is picked. Unavailable, please. Let's go to tactics. I think Parks is back. Yeah, he's already selected as well. So, ba 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 ba. I think we leave it at this. Maybe. Hold on. Let me think. Jones should start for Konikun. Yeah, I think that lineup's good. Let's save the game. Done both. Don't recommend the married, but really, Lou? Nah, think about it. You only have to forget them once, and you'll be alone again. Oh my God. Whoopsie. Looks like it's time for me to leave. I don't know. I'm in a healthy relationship, so I can't say, Maybe Pervert comes in for Frack, because Frack is returning to full fitness immediately. So that's what I think we do. Pervert comes in for Frack this time. Mathers named to the bench because of, or Charlie Wildman is named to the bench because of a Kuniku's injury. So please don't do that, everyone. Keep an eye on your children, for God's sakes. If they die, they die. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. But no, you're right. So definitely keep an eye on your kids. All right, that's the game saved. Let's get into it, shall we? Let us get into the match day. Oh, we still got a day to go. So looking forward to tomorrow. Longest save. We're back here 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Really like 9:30 Eastern Daylight Time. And that is 2:30 British summertime, 3:30 Central European summertime with the longest save. We are in Korea. That's at Gimpo. We were top for like one weekend, and then immediately we fell off the top. So yeah, we're down in like fifth in that save now. I think it's like it just was a crazy run of terrible form. It was just a crazy run of terrible form that hit us in the Gimpo save. So we don't want another Maddie McCann situation. I don't know who that is. What I'm divorced. My elder two kids. Hold on, Jesus Christ, scroll. Uh, my elder two kids do not live with me other than the weekends, and I have to pay her money. Me and Anna have talked about it, but both two not bothered. So long as you're happy together, it's the important part. That's true. Speaking of, wasn't she five when what? What? Right. Defeat? Why is Sutton so heavily favored? I don't understand. Not to be believed. Yeah, of course. CLG FC under 18s win with Young. Impressive. The match report. Switchblade in the third before Joseph Sando in the 10th leveled it for Witten Albion under 18s. Then it was Gavin Green in the 37th and added time at the end of the second half. That made it 3-1 at the break. Liam Young in the 63rd made it 4-1 and 5-1 in the 68th before Diego Hesse scored in the 86th to make it 5-2. That was the final. Who played? Everybody should have. Blockbuster didn't. Let's fix that. Unless he's hurt or something. No, I'm not trying to. No! That's not what I wanted. These are under 18s. Go. Where's Blockbuster? There he is. He's all the way up at the top. Matthew Gonzalez is. They probably were. I don't know. So. There we go. That's fine. Right. It's a tight one in the league. I'll look at that in a second. I'm having a post golf crash here for a second. I always get this way. I knew I shouldn't have gone live early because it was going to hit me, but every time I come home from golf, I'm like this, and I'm ready to take a giant nap, you know. And I didn't feel that when I got home, so I cleaned around the house a little bit, and now I'm like, so I have chicken for dinner, and I'm gonna have a little bit of caffeine, and that should hopefully perk me up. But yeah, I am getting a wave of exhaustion over me. So it's just one of these things where my body goes up and down, 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 up and down. So I like that you have 0 GD in third. Whoa, hold on. What is it? So that's a tight one in the league. Yep. 0-0 GD. I think mine was like plus 20 by the end of, but like across both stages. Thankfully, this league looks somewhat normal. I couldn't tell you how annoying it is to have a league split into like 3 different groups. So annoying. It's so annoying to be like, play a first stage, and then depending on the results, you play a second stage, and that second stage can still be split along north-south lines, but if you're good enough and you get into these other second stage, then the north and south merge into a third stage, and it's like, what in the actual fuck is going on, Portugal? Like, seriously. Akonikun is still hurt. Frack is back, though. In for Perver. We're going to let Perver just sit this one out, I think. So, did you break the goals conceded record? No, we didn't, because there was somebody else in the division that did. That's why. The team that finished like bottom in the championship group just started leaking goals. So we didn't actually broke it because they did. But that made me sad. I would have loved to have won the league and gone up with both records. I know, it would have been awesome. We broke the goals scored, but not the goals conceded. So our last 2 games, oddly enough, were like 1-0 and 2-1. It was kind of unexpectedly low scoring, given the tactic and everything else that happened in the league. So I had the fourth most goals scored and conceded too. Nice. It's because your players are probably used to my tactic, so they're readjusting to yours. So right. Let's have a play, shall we? Let's have a play. Sutton reserves. We're always going to press Nathan Murphy. They've made 3 changes to their starting lineup. Are the ads here? Do I have to run them? Yes, they will interrupt. So we're going to take a quick break. We will run the ads right now, and I will be back after the ads conclude in 3 minutes' time. Wait, what is this? What is this? What is this? Hold on. Go Red Sox, says Viva. Man, fuck the Red Sox. Boo. Yeah, I agree. Oh, that was about the record. To be fair, you have four. Yeah, with most goals conceded. Okay. Well, I've just, what? You've just necked 1.75 liter bottle of Coke, all gone before I realized it. Oh wow, really? You've nearly done 2 liter in a day. How am I the fat one, if that's the case? Don't actually legitimately answer that question, please. My pride. I've done it in about 5. Nice. Nice. Right, we're going to tell the team you've got to carry your last performance, guys, and then we'll do well. But hold on. Hold on. I'm all fucking over the place, aren't I? Where the hell is my music? Why is it not playing? Uh, there we go. We're in our 4-1-1-3-1. They're in a 4-3-3. Will Davis, 6 matches, 17 yellows so far this season. There we go. Here comes the money indeed. Sleep is overrated. In fairness, I am drinking the Tesco version of Pepsi Max. Sleep is overrated anyway. Yeah, it's like 10:30 at night. What? You're drinking full sugar Coca-Cola original? Man, they have a drink here, guys. Or a brand of drink, right? Cold. Sorry, they have a brand of drink here called Dolan. Doylan. And it's like actual. Oh fuck! They've scored in the opening 80 seconds. They've scored. Fuck. But the Dolan drink is literally it's soda made with real sugar cane. So it's not like high fructose corn syrup. Because if you look over here, if you come to the U.S., okay, and you try things like soda, you're going to find it fucking terrible because none of our sodas are actually made with real sugar. It's all made with high fructose corn syrup. So now there's a brand here called Dolan who make a few sodas. They make like an orange soda and a grape soda and a root beer and a ginger ale. And they also make a black cherry one, which is out of this freaking world. But they're super good and tasty because they're made with real sugar cane. It's real sugar. And I'm like, why is everything like that? You know what I mean? Why do we make everything with high fructose corn syrup? I know the reason why. It's cheaper. But, it's not good for you. Snicky! Oh! We almost got it back immediately. So. Thankfully, there's no high fructose corn syrup in this either. But while I subbed the goalkeeper off, what's happened? Conceded 3 shots. Which goalkeeper? Duck God, what's his name? Because I had one I think named Alexis, and he was fucking unreal for me in the league. If you look at his rating from last season, he was incredible. Unless it's the same keeper. He did have like 1 or 2 absolute stinkers, though. I thought Holmes was offsides, and yes, the flag is up on the far side. Barreto, yeah. So Barreto is rated with a higher potential, and he's not a homegrown, or he wasn't for me. So what I did was I played Barreto, and he was doing okay for me, but then he got hurt, and I played Alexis, and Alexis was putting in like 7.3s on the regular, and I'm like, who is this Alexis kid? So I was like, fuck it. I just started playing Alexis all the time because the kid was unreal. And I had a game where we literally won, I think 2-0, and the striker scored both goals, and he didn't win player of the match because Alexis put in like an 8.3. And I'm like, what in the world? Oh, Jones, you gotta finish that, man. So Alexis for me was unreal. Teixeira, who I think Raz said he signed. Alexis, Arujo, and Tuchel were like probably my best players last season. So here's Whittington. We're gonna have to encourage the team again, man. Here's Shelley. Chapman, he's going for goal. That's way over the backstop. You know what the funny thing is? They tell me in this game, Rowan and everybody else that plays it at a high level, tell me that the home field advantage in this game is way stronger than in any other previous FM. That just playing at home is way stronger. Yet, all of the games I actually lose are fucking at home. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid. Spaps on sides, and the cross is blocked. So his sub saved a shot. Who's his sub, Ducky? Is it Alexis? I bet you it's Alexis. Unless you've signed a keeper. Alexis was awesome in that save. Fucking awesome for me. I was going to go down to... I know I posted it. I think I snipped it in One Save for Idiots, and I said, hey, this guy was incredible for me. Arahu. I'm sorry, not Alexis. Alves. Alves was the keeper. Alvaro Alves. Freaking unreal for me, man. What was his thing? I think I took the snip like 20 games into the season. 26 games into the season, he was averaging a 7.13 cookies. Oh, he's fired that wide. That's a corner. Offsides anyway. Fuck. Bradley are 2-0 up too. Of course they are. Of fucking course they are. Who's having a shit game? Well, right now the worst player having a game right now is Parks. So. Oh no, Raz signed Arujo. So. Let's go, Snicky. 22nd goal of the season. Lovely stuff. Frank just running it down. Hits the cross. Snicky peels off their man. Finds the header as well. And it's level at 1. That's all you brought? Here's Agar, Hawley, and he's knocked that over the top. Here's Parks now. Jack. I don't know if, well, Raz isn't here for me to answer this, so I can't really ask him. But I was wondering if he had a player sent off at all in the season, because I went the whole season without any red cards. Neither a team we played in any game, nor us had a red card. And that was 32 games, 34 games, 32 games it would have been. So, good win from Sheamus. Cookie should have just shot it. Although it probably wouldn't have made its way through traffic, but you know. Here's Frack. Back to me. Jack. On the left. On the left. Nope. Twinkle. Myself. Spaps. Spaps running through. Frack. Did he stay on sides? Looks like it. Penalty. Penalty. This is for the lead. Great pen. What a pen. Oh, good cutout, Parks. Oh, hold on. I have to stop the music. Get stuffed, City. I love it. Every time you beat City. I love it. Ooh, 5-1. Oh, you're playing as... Why is everybody playing as Real Madrid? Everybody I know is playing as Real Madrid in some save. You're playing it, Lou? I'm assuming you're playing Real Madrid at least. That was my beta save. So you're playing it in a beta save. Crack is playing it on his main save. There's one other streamer I follow who's playing as Real Madrid right now. I can't remember who off the top of my head. I can't remember who. It's going to kill me. But they're playing as Real Madrid. Why does everybody go to Real Madrid? Right, 2-1 at the half. Katie Mulholland's second-minute goal canceled out by Snicky's 32nd, and then myself for the penalty mark in the 43rd. I'm using it to try and win the Champions League. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't understand why Madrid, unless it's a journeyman. I don't understand. I just don't. Yeah, I don't either. See, this is why Skull Crusher. That's why I always tell people I don't enjoy the Penta Challenge, because people, it is tricky to win the Penta in Africa and in Asia, right? So it might take somebody who does a Penta Challenge a solid 10 to 15 seasons to knock off those two continents in the Penta Challenge, right? And I'm sure by then they're sick of playing the save, so they want to blow through the rest. So they pick Corinthians and Club America and Real Madrid because fuck it, they have the best shot. You know what I mean? And the most money. But I don't know. I don't enjoy going into a save, whether I'm playing it or viewing it or watching it or whatever, and you know, it's a big club. So that's why I think the longest save is going to take me a while, because I don't want to go. I have to win the lower divisions. So I would rather win the lower divisions and then just stay there and win the top division with the team I've built, than by just saying, oh, I've won Bundesliga 3, let me go to Bochum in Bundesliga 2 or something. Oh, I've won Bundesliga 2, let me go to Bayern in Bundesliga 1 to win Bundesliga 1. You ever done a West Ham save? No. I have actually never managed in a top flight league in the 15 years that I have played Football Manager. I've never managed in a continental competition, and I've never managed in a top flight. So all right, I'll be there. The longest save is going to be the first time I actually experiment with being in the top flight of leagues and trying to win top flights of leagues. I think that's why I tell people Twinkle, that's not a bad idea. That's why I tell people the longest save for me is to usually I do United straight away and mess around to see what's possible. Yeah, I mean I always choose a big team for the beta. Not played a lot of this. Only my third season. I always have a challenge for the main save and network save, and usually don't do enough in the save to get Champions League chances. That's fair. That makes sense to me because it's a beta, like you said, Lou. That makes total sense to me. I thought you just had a side save that you were playing and you were Real Madrid. And I'm like, I mean, you know, so that's the main story. There's two stories left to write in FM24 across all the FM streamers, Lou. You realize that, right? Like, you remember why Cullum and Slough, and he finally got it over the line. You remember Dave and Samba Steel and winning everything, you know? You remember Caffeine and winning the Champions League with Hamburg, you know? So there's been some long saves in FM from a lot of FM streamers. There's two people that got to get their saves over the line. One is me, and the other one is you. So you got to get Fleetlands, and I got to get CLG, man. So, yep, I don't have long left, though. I'm still not sure I will make it. Man, it's fine. We got to. That day is going to be great. Oh, Parks. I remember how happy Caffeine was, or Ian, as he likes to be called, uh, when he actually won the Champions League with Hamburg. He was so happy. Like, when he completed his save, he's like, oh, my God, I've been playing this save for 2 years. And, you know, we're going to switch over for an hour to Fleetlands to get through some. Offline? Do you play that offline? So, I have one more achievement to get all the trophies or whatever they called finished. I don't even go for the achievements in FM. I don't even know if I have achievements in FM. Fuck, where are they? I have 44 of 100 achievements earned. Let's go. Joe Jones to make it 3-1. I have so many achievements left in FM22. So, I play a bit offline, especially at this late stage. Got you. I just need to get Hall of Fame to get 100% done. Really? Which one is Hall of Fame? 3-1. I'm trying to look through now. Hall of Fame. Is that the name of the achievement? Is the name of the achievement Hall of Fame? Or is that what you have to do? I'm assuming both. No. No. I don't know what is Hall of Fame. Oh, they have ones for fantasy drafts and shit. Fuck that. Whatever it is, get number 1 in the Hall of Fame. Okay, probably the greatest. So, yeah. I don't know. I never really care for the achievement. The only time I used to care for achievements was when I was an Xbox 360 player, before I had a PC that could handle the games I wanted to play, and I just played mostly the 360. I would achievement hunt in that. That was fun. Some of them were awful, but some of them were fun. Cookies made it, Sid 4. What a finish from Cookies. He's got 2. Or he's got, sorry, he doesn't have 2. He has 10 on the season. Nice. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Ooh. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, greatest. I'm halfway there, but haven't played the save in 2 months. Nice. Okay. We're 4-1 up. I think subs are needed here. I think Twinkle's off sides. And yes, the flag goes up on the far side. So, like, that's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to even raise my arm to simulate the flag going up. Because, like, obviously, it's sore from today. So, I think we just make the 1 sub for now. Maybe we bring it. You know who needs to come in? Simon Roger Mukende needs to come in. We need the man. But sadly, hold on. My Hall of Fame glitch includes players like the Steam leaderboard, but it meant to only buy on your save. So any human manager you have or AI manager. What the fuck does that mean? Hold on. My Hall of Fame is glitched and includes all players like the Steam leaderboard, but it meant to only be on your saves. So any human manager you have or any AI manager to say, got you. But sadly, this shit happened. Think I go back to the save in August and fire through seasons? Nice. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I see. Yeah. Holy moly. Oh, yeah. What is that? I love how, by the way, in that screenshot you provided, Ducky, apparently there's an American at PSG who's 10th on the list, and his name is erectile dysfunction. So it just says ED, but you know. Welcome in, Adam. It's Adam. There he is. He's actually one of the guys at the top of the FM collective list, mainly because it's alphabetical. Give him a follow. He's absolutely lovely. It's Adam FM. Here he is playing Football Manager. We all love it. It happened on FM. And oh, okay. I didn't know that. I don't think this save is bugged. I think that might just be a you thing. But sorry, I just seen the picture. What the fuck? Yeah. Oh, off of the top. Welcome in, Adam. You caught me at a bad time, mate. I'm about to go eat dinner after this game, which is in added time. So I think I'm going to make one sub, and that's did I not sub Mukendi on? I subbed Chris Mather on instead of Mukendi like a dope. I'm a dope. I'm a rope-a-dope. I meant to sub in Mukendi, and instead I subbed in Chris Mather. I'm an idiot. Oh, I always catch people at bad times. No, it's fine. I'll be back. It's only going to be like 20 minutes, so. But welcome in. I hope you're well, man. I really do. I hope everything's going well. And I hope you've had a wonderful opening day of the weekend. That's a corner. They'll probably get the corner, and then it'll be the full-time whistle. So it'll be full-time whistle, score check, press conference, and then we're taking a break for dinner. Here's the back post. That is going over everybody. Chavez gets it. Back to Agar. Over the top, full-time whistle. And there it is. Katie Mulholland in the second minute to put Sutton reserves ahead, but then Snicky in the 32nd, myself in the penalty mark in the 43rd, Joe Jones in the 61st, Cookies in the 65th. That'll do for me. And that is a 4-1 win. What happened, Crack Stream? Yeah, I'm surviving, brother. Streaming in the morning, so ears open. Evening. Hope you're good. Nice. What did happen, Crack Stream? I saw he was live at Toy Story, and then when I went to tune in when I got home, he was no longer live. But he went live at like 11 a.m. for me. So I just assumed that he was done streaming for the day. Right. FC LythamSt.Anne hosting Cross Hills. Thompson's 28th minute goal is enough to give Cross Hills the 3 points. They remain in 6th. FC LythamSt.Anne will remain in 8th. His internet shut the bed? That sucks. Earlham hosting Bradley. Chat, we got a huge piece of help. Cooper in the 5th minute for Bradley from the penalty marker. Hall in the 13th, and then Jacquart was dismissed from play in the 66th for Dogso. It gave Keane a pen in that he scored a minute later, and then he actually bagged the brace 2 minutes after that. Earlham with a big draw against second place Bradley. It moves us 6 points clear at the top with 6 to play. Lancaster hosting Main Road. Roberts' 9th minute goal for Lancaster canceled out by Jones' 21st for Main Road. It's a draw. Lancaster moved to 17 points. They're still 8 adrift. Main Road will jump out of the drop on goal difference and slip Sutton reserves into the drop off the back of that. Mossley hosting Burskoff Woods. 2nd minute penalty for Mossley put them in front. Henry doubled the advantage in the 8th before making it 3-0 in the 14th. Howard got one back for Burskoff to send them 3-1 down at the break. Second half, Hilton scored a fourth for Mossley in the 63rd. Carson trying to spark a comeback in the 83rd. Walker added a third goal for Burskoff and added time at the end of the second half, but time was already too far gone at that rate. 4-3 for Mossley. They remained firmly in the playoff places. Burskoff remained firmly in 17th. Ramsbottom United hosting Bickerstaff Marumo. Mr. Teeny. Welcome and thank you so much for the raid, Zig. Thank you so much. And Mr. Teeny for the sub, man. Super appreciative. I got so many. You guys have caught me at such a bad time. I'm about to go eat dinner for 20 minutes, but firmest kickers on the field. But welcome in, everybody. Right, Ramsbottom United hosting Bickerstaff. Marumo's 10th minute goal for Bickerstaff before Grandison doubled the advantage in the 44th. Barton got one back in added time at the end of the second half, and Ramsbottom could not find a equalizer. So they actually dropped points in fourth place. It's a pretty big scrap for those final two playoff places between 4th, 5th, and 6th. Bickerstaff move up to 9th. Squiresgate hosting Clitheroe. Owen in the 41st before Jonathan in the 46th. Clark in the 70th. May in the 78th. Squiresgate 4-0 winners. They run it out pretty easily. Big win for them. They pull 6 points clear of the drop. Clitheroe down to 10th. Don't leave without bringing me food. Why are you leaving me? Don't leave without bringing me food. Right. Let me give you a shout out, Zig, while I clean up this episode and then take a break for dinner. I will be back after dinner, don't worry. But guys, give Zig a follow. Wonderful streamer. He was streaming PGA 2K 25. He streams Football Manager. He streams Euro Truck Simulator right now. This is an old ass clip where apparently he's just absolutely raking in the XP on COD. But West Ham drew 2-2 to, is that Huddersfield that they drew to? Is that Huddersfield Town? Yeah. And we do have a post-match press conference, so let's attend this and kick this off with the first question from Xiong Jae Hyun at Spot TV News. You struggled at times out there, but managed to pull the win back despite being behind during the game. But I'm pleased to punch me. It only goes to show the level of spirit. You must be delighted. We're excellent. I gave us a lit, not team of the real game-changing moment. How do you think the match? I found it fascinating. I enjoyed Snicky's performance. This suits me. Delighted with Snicky. Yep, Snicky's got 22 goals, I think it is now. 1 goal, 1 assist. Bradley have secured a playoff place. Cliff Parker and his 4 key passes are the player of the week. That is the end of the episode. We're going to have a quick save, and I'm going to stop the YouTube recording here. So, there may be more Warzone coming. David wants to play. Sick. I heard Warzone's a lot of fun. For those on YouTube who are watching this on the video on demand replay, this is the end of the episode, episode 239. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you for the big 240 in the next one. Until then, take care.